Oh my gosh, y'all. I think I ran over my one of my cameras. All in one block. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is February the 11th, Friday, and here's what we got on tap for today. We're gonna be me and Mark and James are gonna be headed down to the new place, which I'll tell you, go ahead and tell you the name of it. It's called Gray Rocks Plantation, and it is a large plantation surrounded by the Alabama River, and it's got a lot of cool history on it, which I'm learning about. But one of the cool facts that I've learned is the previous owner of Gray Rocks Plantation, the King Ranch out there in Texas, that gigantic ranch. At one point they owned this land, and they were trying to breed a certain type of cattle out there, Santa Gertrudis, and the whole place was going to be putting this cattle, and they were going to breed this cattle all over this plantation. Somewhere around 60 or 61 we had a gigantic flood. Probably, I think it was one of the biggest ones, and anyway, it got the river got out of his banks, and I think it killed a lot of his cattle, and that's when he left and got out of there. But here it is. I don't know if you can see, but see how the river goes all the way around? This is the Alabama River, and there's that dam that I filmed the other day. Anyway, it's right here. That was that dam. That's that field that's got the pivot in it. And this is where I was flying the drone up and down the river right here. But anyway, the whole property, I mean, it starts way up here, and it goes all the way. It's surrounded by the Alabama River all the way around, and it's one gigantic plantation, and it is beautiful. Beautiful piece of property. These places don't exist hardly anymore. One owner. But anyway, that's where it is, and what's so funny is here we are right at our shop right here, and guess where the land is? Right there. But we can't get across that Alabama River, even though they got a dam right there. But you cannot go across it. If we could go across that dam, we'd be there in 10 minutes. But unfortunately, we have to go all the way around, about a 40-minute drive just to get there. But anyway, that's where it is. And that's where we're going to be headed today. Basically, the property is split. It's got one main paved road that goes down it. You got a property to the right, and you got property to the left. We have done everything on the left. We did that yesterday. Got everything done over there. Dirt was not too wet. We got every field all the way around, woods to woods. So you can mark that off the list on the left. Now we're going back to the right side of the plantation, back over there where that pivot is, that 200 acres right there. That's the last field we have to do that has not been plowed yet. So once we get that field done, then everything will be plowed one time at an angle with the Landau disc. And then we're gonna make a second pass with the Landau disc, of course, going a different angle. And then we'll see where we are after that. I think we're going to have to make one more, and I think that's going to be with the speed till. But that's what we got on our plate for today. And then at some point this afternoon, I'm going to be going around and taking tissue samples on the wheat. So if you were wanting to see the wheat, you'll see it later on in this video. So that's what we got. Let's get this thing started. So the first thing I got to do is go find some tissue bags for the wheat samples, and then get some grease tubes, because we got to grease up the disc and all this morning, and then fill up with gas, and then get to Gray Rocks. Let's see. Grease tea, grease tea. World. Ow. I'm already full. That is why it is overflowing. I guess Mark filled my truck up with gas. Thanks, Mark. Oh boy. Okay, so I guess we're full of gas, so the only thing left to do is head to Gray Rocks. Man, look how big that pine tree was. Whew. Golly. Bark as big as my hand. That was a big one. It was growing fast at first. See how wide the gaps are in between the years? Fast, fast, and look how slow it got at the end. These are teeny tiny. These are real fine. It was growing really slow all the way to the end. Man. Golly. A lot of people are asking if these are otters that are damming all this stuff up, but no, these are beavers. See the beaver hut right there? So first thing we got to do is Mark and James, they're going to get the other 8320. They actually got through on the left side of the pavement and they moved the tractors over here to the right side of the highway. And they actually took one of them all the way back there to the irrigation field. So anyway, they're going to bring that tractor back. We're going to fill them up with diesel, fill them up with DEF, and then we're going to grease them. And then we'll get them all ready to go. And then we'll convoy down there to the irrigation field, 200-acre field, and see if we can get some plowing done. Well, we are filled up with diesel. We're filled up with DEF. We have greased up the disc. So only thing left to do is get to the field and start plowing. As you can tell, it's going to be a warm day. I'm already down to the t-shirt. I bet it's 65 degrees. And it looks like it's going to get even warmer than that today. So it's going to be a great day. Very rare do we get days like this in February. So we'll take it all day long. So it's going to be a great day. So hopefully we can get a lot of work done. Well, this field right here, it's a 200-acre field, and obviously it's got the pivot on it, which does a complete circle. It almost irrigates the entire 200 acres. It's real close. So hopefully this field is going to do really good as far as like producing a good yield, because obviously we have water, and that is going to help out a bunch. So this is probably going to be our favorite field. What I'm gonna do is there's two fields over here where they first got started, and it's just was a little bit too wet. So it's been 2 days, so it's dried out a little bit more. I think I can run through it with this high-speed disc and just basically get the grass chopped up. So anyway, I'm gonna try to go touch up those two fields with this tractor, and then we'll regroup with James and Mark. Hopefully they'll be in the irrigated field at the same time by the time I get through. So let's see if she'll fire up and get to work. All right, you see that big piece of wood right there? See the biggest piece down there in the middle? I'm gonna hit it with this. One more try. Try number 2. Big piece, about to be hit. Dang. Try number 3. Going down. Got him. Oof. pretty much nothing for me left to do down here, so I think it's time to, I think we'll go to Blackwell's Bend first. We'll head down there and we'll see if we can take some wheat tissue samples, and y'all get to see how we do that, and see if we can get them sent off, and hopefully get the results back quick, because I'm going to be putting out some, I know, some fungicide and the osprey, and hopefully we can get the test results back in time where we can, if we needed to add anything, you know, any kind of micronutrient that the plant needed, I can throw it in there on this trip and that plant can get it immediately. So anyway, that is the plan, and then after that we will we'll hit Tyler. So Gray Rocks, see you next week. First two samples, 1A is going to be over here, right over there. 3A is going to be right over there, so we'll just lay it on the truck. And got my scissors. Not sure what brand they are, but they're pretty much any scissors will do. Anything you can find. And we'll walk out here, and like I said, I will just make a loop and just grab samples as I make that circle until I get back to right here. So this is where it gets real tricky. You got to really pay attention to what I do here, because it's a pretty complicated thing. So you got your scissors. You're going to come up about 1.5 inches off the ground and grab a wad of them. And you cut. See there? You put it in the bag. Got him. That's a good one right there. Y'all okay? There. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Alright, I got to do this about 15 more times, so anyway, I'll just catch up with y'all when I get done with the samples. Yeah, this wheat looks fantastic. This is getting into some of the oldest that we have. You can see how much bigger it is, and it's just filled in, tillered out or whatever. And it's got good color. I don't think you see anything on the leaves that looks concerning. They look good and healthy. You see how tall it is. It's just about as tall as my, well, it is tall as a scissor, so what is that, 9 inches? Something like that. And it's beautiful. This is Dynagrow Plantation, the variety, and this is where we broadcast. I came out here with a Rogator air boom, and basically this is broadcast, not grain drilled. This is the way we've always done it. It's really fast, but we've always made good yields. But we do have the grain drilled wheat this year to compare it with. So unfortunately, if I had it to do all over again, I'd have the grain drill down here in this field, you know, side by side, where you have a really good comparison. Unfortunately, the other grain drill wheat's going to be in a totally different farm, so it's going to be hard to compare, you know, yield to yield, but we'll just see what happens. But this sure does look good. Oh my gosh, y'all, I think I ran over my one of my cameras. I just walked out there in the field doing some filming, and I don't know why, but I was going to take another sample on the other side of my truck, and I laid the camera on the tire because I had the other sample bag right by the tire, so I just laid it up on the tire. Oh my gosh. Oh, it does have a weird crook in it. Well, I cannot believe that. You can see my tracks. It definitely went right over the top of it. Twice. Front tire, because I had it up on top of the tire, so I'm assuming it went on over, ran over it, and then here comes the back tire. Can you believe that? I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. Whew! Got lucky this time, guys. And I got to do this about 8 more times. So guys, that is going to be it for the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully James and them are getting some stuff done down there at Gray Rocks. And we'll continue on it into next week. I think when their next rain chance is Thursday, so we'll have all of next week till Thursday to get a lot of plowing done and try to finish that thing up. So plus I'll be spraying wheat next week, so just tune in next week. We're gonna have a lot going on. So anyway, that is gonna be it for today's video. Let's get these samples sent in, and I'll show you all the results too when they come in, if anybody's interested. So anyway, thanks guys, we're out of here. Catch you on the next one.